YOLO composing gloves here, and today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of Vinyl Strip. This was a plugin that was provided to me, and I just want to kind of show you what it's all about. So it is a coloration plugin that basically just tries to make stuff sound old. Now, the coolest module in here, to me at least, is the vinyl module. It's cool. So let me show you. I've got some strings here already queued up, ready to go. Now it's already making noise automatically because vinyl, all these things are on. So let's go ahead, let's just turn them off. Bop, 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 blop, blop. Okay, so let's just look at the vinyl first. And we can actually move these modules around to the order that we want. But with this one on, I'm going to take the noise off. But the noise is also affected by the record age, which is this. We can go to like really modern or really vintage. In general, though, I typically grab the sampler and just stick it in front and turn the bits down. This will also add noise. Let me show you. So if I play it, if I just reduce bits, it's going to add noise. And turn it on. There it is. And then if I add the record age, it's going to go through there anyways. Turn that on. So I typically like to add noise like that as opposed to using this knob. I just find it more flexible. The sampler is better for like digital distortions, and also tapes had bit reduction, as well as sample rate problems. And so you can bring the sample rate down as well. Let me just show you it. You get like that CD kind of distortion. With the vinyl module, it's not as obtrusive because there's the record age that does like filtering to our sound. Yeah, anyways, that's what's going on. That's what this one's all about. So this is a really powerful module in combination with the other things in here. But the vinyl module is the one that sort of delivers on the old sound. So let's continue here. So that's noise. We also have a dust amount and dust rate, which I think this one is a lot more flexible than Vinyl by Isotope, which is a free one. I really enjoy that one as well. But this is just a way better dust thing because you just have more control. So we're able to control the amount and the rate. So we could have it just like, we could have it be a ton and have a dust amount very high. And if we have a record age from modern to vintage to be very filtered, we could even make it mono. This is going to be very old. And let's turn it on. And so there's only one element that's really missing from these. And I'm going to turn these down to more reasonable settings. I find I don't like them up that high. But if we come over here, I'm going to reduce the stereo image. And I'm going to turn on wow. Wow is just basically the pitch fluctuation that results from discs. You have wow and flutter. And so this is wow. Makes your sound very wow. Let's just turn it up all the way and I'll show you. That's straight. That's wow. Very wow. You always want wow if you want to sound old. Old stuff is just wow. That's why we keep making remixes of it. So there you go. There's the two modules. Now, there's a couple other that make sense to show here. I'm going to save the distortion and the compression for another sound. And then we also have the verb, which could be cool, but I'm going to show it off on the drums. We have an EQ. This one is useful on just about anything. So let me turn it up. It's a tilt EQ. And we can select our cutoff and just sort of rebalance the sound. All right, so let's turn it on and give it a listen. And you can get a huge variety of the sounds you want. Basically, place it just how you want it in your mix. But that is pretty cool. So that is the modules. Now for the next sound, let's just make sure I've got everything off here. Okay. The next sound is going to be some drums. So let's go ahead. Let's turn that one off, turn this one on. Here's the drums with nothing on. I know. Very nice. So the first thing we might want to do is maybe compress the drums. And this compressor has a lot of settings that are under the hood. All we are given control over is the amount of compression and if the envelope is fast or slow. So if we have slow, and let's bring it up 100% just so you can hear it. Now let's show you fast. So let's bring it down. So the compressor here is much more obvious on what it does, fast versus slow. Slow will save the transiency or sound. Fast will sort of just crush them. So there's fast, here's slow. So you might dial that in exactly to where you want it. I'm gonna bring it back. Cool, we also have drive, so we'll turn that on. And well, a distortion, that is to say. And we can add harmonics. Odd harmonics will add more of a square flavor because that's literally what a square wave is. Even harmonics will literally sound even, though it is referring to technically the even harmonics of the original sound. So they're just two types of distortion. And we'll just dial this up here. Let's bring it up on odd first and just dial the drive up. So there it is, sort of overdone. If I switch over to even and do the same thing, we can get a vibe for it. There you have it. Now on sounds like basses and stuff, this is a module that's really fun to push pretty hard. We also have a reverb, and this reverb is pretty subtle as far as like extremes go. I mean, it's super noticeable, but like super long extremes don't exist, which honestly, in my opinion, is sort of a good thing here because it gives you the usable range that you would want. So let me go ahead and just dial it up to 50% or so, 54%. We'll start off with small and we'll put it at bright. So this is, you're going to hear the high end ring out a lot more. And I'm going to dial up the verb to something in the middle between small and large. And let's go to dark. Just the high stuff doesn't ring out as much. And if we go to large, it'll ring out a long time. And you can get that sort of where you want it. Turn on our tilt EQ. Right there-ish. I'm going to bring the verb down. I already kind of like where it sits. And I'm going to bring this on. Keep it on even. We are getting quite a bit louder. So, I mean, we'd have to do a gain match to really feel it out. Let's try, this could be interesting. So drums sound really crazy when you do stuff like aliasing. You can actually get pretty tonal things out of them. So that could be fun. I'm going to leave that out of the mix. Let's toss a vinyl on it too. So I really like the dust, what it can do. Wow, it's not going to have that big of an effect because it's drums. They're very transient. So they're less affected by wow. Leave our stereo field wide. Although mono is going to sound older because that's just what old stuff was in. And then we also have a record age. So I'm going to bring my record age over to modern and then dial it over to vintage, just sort of give you a little sweep here. And there you have it. That's Vinyl Strip for you. It's one of those things that you just toss on your beat, and if that's kind of sound you're going for, this is amazing. You just grab this and right away. Working this stuff out with an EQ is, and I've found to be very problematic because of all these extra things in here. Like it would have to be an EQ with a chorus, and you'd probably spend a long time with the chorus and a flanger dialing in the effects. And then the distortion you could do with like a wave shaper, but you'd have to dial that all in all crazy. And it's just a really, really long chain of things where it's really nice to just be able to grab this and bam, put it on there and it's good to go. So pretty cool plugin. There'll be an affiliate link down there below if you are interested with it. If you make anything cool with this or dank, dope, any of the following adjectives, please drop a link. I'd be excited to see what you made. Subscribe and have a blessed day.